My name is James Austin. I'm doing my Yardstick report for Com 320. I'm doing my Yardstick report on laptops, and we'll be discussing 3 different types. The problem with the laptops, or the things that we're most concerned with, are the battery life, the portability, the weight, and the display. The criteria that we're looking for each of the 3 laptops is the cost, the hard drive, the portability, the weight, display, and then finally the battery life. The 3 different kinds of laptops that I'll be discussing are made by Dell, Apple, and Sony. The first one is the Dell Studio XPS 16. It's a really nice laptop. It costs just over $1,300. The hard drive is 320 gigs, which is a pretty nice size. Hard drive speed, 7,200 RPM. Display size, the screen size is 16 inches. The weight is 6.8 pounds, so it's kind of on the heavier side. But the battery life, unfortunately, is only 2 hours and 25 minutes. So the positives of the Dell are crystal clear display. Keyboard illuminates for poorly lit areas, which is really nice if you have to work in a dark airplane for business overnight. Negatives are the battery life is short-lived, of course, and it is a larger laptop, so it's harder to travel with. The next is the Apple MacBook Pro. It costs a little bit more. It's $2,000. The hard drive is the same as the Dell at 320 gigs. The hard drive speed is a little bit slower with 5,400 RPMs. Display size, again, is a little bit smaller than the Dell at 15.4 inches. It is lighter at 5.4 pounds, but the battery life is a lot longer at 7 hours compared to 2.5. So the positives, the battery life, of course, like I just mentioned, and the portability. It is a little bit smaller and lighter, so it's easier to travel with. The negatives are the display size is only 15.4, but again, that's a positive too. And only 2 USB ports. And lastly, we're going to be talking about the Sony AW125 VAIO. This is the most costly of the 3 at $3,000. It is the newest also. The hard drive is almost double the hard drives of the other 2 at 628 gigs. The hard drive speed is the same as the Apple, just slower than the Dell at 5,400. Display size is bigger than both by over 3 inches. The weight, again, goes along with the size. It's 8.2 pounds. The battery life is very short-lived compared to both at 1 hour and 45 minutes. The positives, it has a very large hard drive, and it has 3 USB ports, but the negatives is the battery life is very short, and it's the heaviest, and it'll be hardest to travel with, and it also is very highly priced. So the conclusion, all 3 of the laptops have something positive to bring, obviously, and they all have negatives. The XPS is a keyboard that illuminates. The MacBook has an impressive battery life, and the VAIO is a large hard drive. In my conclusion, the winner would be the Dell Studio XPS 16. It is the most cost-effective. The hard drive speed is faster, and the battery life could be improved with some modifications to your daily